So I did. I killed him.
So you seem like you're doing great, buddy.
What?
Do you know a lot
How
of
was your
very
work day?
violent tongue twisters in order to start the session?
Oh, I hate to break it to you, but that wasn't an actual violent tongue twister. That was solely off the dome. It was violent. It became less of a tongue twister as it became more violent, though.
She'll fucking kill you, stab you.
You'll die.
And then also something that rhymes with die. Oh, dear Lord.
It's gonna be one of those days.
It always is.
And welcome back to the 7 Star of the Right podcast. This is session 84. How you guys doing?
Good.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really good.
You're doing yes.
Amazing.
How is yes as an emotion? Yes, I see.
What a question.
I directed this to Kristen. Her eyebrows just went up, and I'm like, all right, cool.
First rule of improv is to ask questions about the other person's
Please
emotional state.
do go on.
Tell me more about that.
Yes. And in fact,
But let's talk about last session.
well,
If you insist.
yes. So last session, we started in the library. We did a bunch of book fetching and book checking out. We have obtained many books on many topics, several of which are The Travelers, Quintessence, I believe, a vague description of the shibboleth, but not actually about the shibboleth themselves. And then we dove some into robots, nanobots, and true AI. And then Claire also found herself a detective novel series.
Yep, Olivia Harper.
Which was very important, and we took all of those. And then I'm not actually clear whether we did this in canon or not, but we also intended to grab a bunch of books for Leggett just so he could sell them. It's unclear whether we actually did. We talked about it, we made jokes about it, and then we departed the library. So I'm going to leave that one up to Jeff and how much he thinks we can fit on the flying, rolling
I
library
think you
card.
guys took some time to do that.
Yes.
I made note of that in my notes. So that should be all set. And you know what? I'm just gonna let's roll for this right now. I had a roll for this. Give me one moment.
Jeff had a roll for this.
He had a roll for this.
Oh, amazing.
Stop it.
And it has to happen now.
Right now.
It has to happen now. In the middle of my beautiful summary, but whatever.
Okay, so
I didn't hear no dice.
you guys are really just getting
Put
on
the
me
plastic
today.
on the table, dice boy.
I'm trying to find my D10. You're gonna get the minimum roll. That's what I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you what.
Drinking
All right.
beverages is not safe on this show.
Here's your fucking credits.
It's like, oh man, damn it, he rolled well.
Did you say it was for
No,
Claire?
I did not roll well, actually.
Amazing.
That's fine. It's for Leggett.
That's it. That's a total of 500 credits.
That's it?
Yeah, that's
Of
it.
ancient
Damn.
books.
Ancient books,
Credits
that's
for
fine.
ancient books.
But also, I'm pretty sure that's for the NPC.
All right, so that goes towards his
To pay off his college loans. That's right.
25,000 credits.
That's right.
He's now owing 24,500 credits in debt. I will make note of that.
Yes, please.
Please do.
It's a fun little side quest we got. Can we get him to pay off his debt before he gets murdered for being an absolute
Without giving him a
dumbass?
dime, because you could do this easily.
That's right, but you don't know that. Also, it's important for him to foster his independence out in the real world.
Phil's character.
Stupid nerd.
Yeah, we haven't gone over the rent he has to pay to be on the Phoenix.
And present him
At this
with a
point, he's
bill
just an
at the-
indentured servant.
I mean, you know.
No, there's no contract. He just owes us money.
He's just a debtor.
Yeah.
So, yes, going back to you obtained a lot of books.
A lot
Some
of books.
of the books Leggett's going to sell for
500
not all that much.
credits.
I mean, 500 credits is a decent amount of money.
What does he have? Like a magazine?
He
He's
just
like,
took
this
he
one.
just took 468 space bucks for
Space
gas, food.
Cosmopolitan.
It's like Goosebumps.
Priceless. I would pay more
Say
for those.
and die.
Anyway, yes, we did that. And then we went to GeneMorph Labs.
Yep.
I believe this was the first time Micah got to use her drone to scout around the outside. And we determined that the dangerous shit was in the back of the building. So good job.
The deeper you go into the building, the scarier it will be.
Yeah. So we were like, not about that life. So we walked in the front door. We confronted a nanite zombie who was working on a report that never ends. Killed him, shanked him real bad.
you floated him up from his computer as he was writing like the same thing over and over again.
That's right.
And then you're just like, get him. I'm pretty sure Alex said, take his shoes.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know,
We
classic.
He can't
stabbed
walk.
him a lot and hit him with the I-beam. Yeah, I-beam. And then we used the computer to figure out what was going on there. We discovered that the labs contain 2 different types of nanite serums. There is, I'm going to forget the actual titles of them.
I got it for
yeah.
you. So there's Snapback, which allows you, when you first take the stim, you get like an awareness of that location. And then mentally you can, provided you're in a 5-kilometer radius of it, return to that within a period of time.
So, yeah, personal time travel.
And then there is Shutdown, which you put over a person and the foam kind of holds them in this state of suspended animation
And then they
for
can't win any points.
1d6 plus 3 centuries before losing integrity and killing the subject. But any time in between it loses integrity, you can
Pop it and let him
pop
out.
it and let him out.
That is
Oh.
a minimum of 4 centuries if you just leave it alone.
Yes.
Cool.
Oh, one thing I forgot to note while we were in the library, Nona and Claire did some mind searching of Tony and discovered that he was mostly aware that Nona was a robot and so gave up that farce real fast.
Yeah, he was like, I think she said like 85 to 95% sure.
No, actually,
Was that
what you said, speaking as editor in chief now,
Oh, I'm sorry, no.
was something to the effect of, yeah, he's trying to be polite, but he knows.
Yeah, it sounds about right. And then you just kind of sat down and started fixing yourself.
That
and
is
he was
right.
Like, all right, cool.
Cool.
So there is that.
Beat up a man, stole his shoes, used his computer to figure out what was going on in both the lab and the secured lab. The secured lab contains super soldier serum prototype that has been used on somebody. And also they are in possession of a weapon.
Yes, called Terminus S.
And the way this was phrased was that the prototype had to be used on them because they were in possession of the weapon. So my current running fan theory is that it is somehow attached to them, like physically, because otherwise you just take the weapon away and you go use it on somebody else. But
Maybe they're attached to it emotionally.
yes,
And they're like, this is mine. And you can't have it
You can't
because
have it. You can't have it.
it'll blow you the fuck up. Like,
You will
Emotional
die.
support button.
primarily.
Yeah. And so then we made it to the labs. We confirmed that there were indeed a bunch of serums in there. And then also 5 nanite zombies, which we are intending to attempt to fight. Step 1
well,
is, hold up, I got this. Step 1 is we're going to send an EMP into the room, hopefully catch 4 out of 5 of them in the blast. I'll run into the room, go jump the 5th one, much in the same way that we jumped this similar guy. Alex is going to stand in the middle of the room in an attempt to stop them from using their Healy powers. Leggett's on door duty. The rest of us are on grab everything, toss it in the bag duty. And then we're going to run out, throw the remaining body of that one guy whose computer we stole into the room, lock the door behind us, and leave.
yes.
I don't think we explicitly said this, but can we put the guy whose shoes we took onto a rolly chair and we'll just roll him into the room?
I like that visual, so yes.
Excellent.
I'll allow it. And so there was several things that were also kind of revealed as part of last session from the various books that you read, which I assume you guys are going to dive a little bit more deeper into and try and extract a little bit more information from. But the biggest reveal.
Sorry, David was just slowly shaking his head.
That's
put that in the corner and forget about it over there.
Yeah.
That's really brave of you to think that. But no, we're going to read the Perry Hodder series that we got.
But there was a comic series that was called The Travelers. That is what Tony was apparently looking for. And it seemed to be about a superhero group that got their various psionic powers from a man floating in lost in metadimensional space that they kind of like saved. And he was like, "Thank you for saving me as my dying wish."
Thank you for saving me from death. Anyway, dies.
Here I go. Dying.
Before I die, let me spit my powers onto you.
Just pukes on each one of them.
Everyone line up. Take a sphere.
The lore is so beautiful in this.
We'll give you a big smooch. But yeah, it was, I mean, so he had been in there for like 150 years or something like that. So much longer than any human has any right to live. And
except humans that are infected by that drug that we're going to get, which again, we'll do 3 times the stint.
Trivial. But you're also in a bubble.
You don't get that cool power. You're just frozen.
Anyway, he should have been dead. They rescued him from his kind of torture. And he was like, "Thank you. And now eject me into the stars."
That's right. So they pulled him in. He said thanks. He gave him a bunch of shit, and then they tossed him back out the airlock. Yeah. Although I think after exiting metadimensional space.
Yes,
but still, the visual is funny.
Yes.
Give us your shit.
Finally, I can die.
Was he the traitor? Amogus.
Amogus. That was an Amogus reference.
Oh, I hate
almost a year and a half. No, 2 years too late, huh?
Amogus is eternal.
It's still kicking. I don't know what to tell you.
Anyway, Kirsten's face falling over there. So I think that means we should get started with the session. So yeah, as we last described it, I think Micah was floating the EMP slowly into the middle of this group of 4. There was another one that's off to the side and pulled the EMP grenade. You don't need to throw it because, you know,
we're floating it.
You're flying it. So I'm just going to have you roll for damage then.
All right. Would you remind me what that is?
It's like a grenade, but only affects electronic things.
Would you remind me what the damage of a grenade is?
2d6.
Thank you very much.
But they get an evasion saving throw for, I think, half.
Okay.
They weren't paying attention to us, though.
But they always get an evasion saving throw.
Oh, yeah.
It's fine. They're going to be fried anyway.
I'm feeling pretty good about our odds on this one because, again, consulting the meta information, Jeff has not put out a map.
Well,
yet.
Hold on a second.
I have not put out a map.
That is 5 damage if they fail the save, I guess.
Okay. Yes. Yes. They don't have good saves. Yes. And yes. They all failed.
Amazing.
But 5 damage is actually not enough to kill them.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to enter combat.
Take their shoes. And we kill them.
So I will give you guys a surprise round. They are all not looking great, but they all should be in the field as you guys kind of move in. So I'm just going to get an attack roll from everyone who would be attacking, which would be, I think, Micah and Nona, and then the NPCs.
Except for Leggett, who I believe is by the door.
That is correct.
Cool. Oh.
Yeah, I got a 27 to hit.
That hits. Tony hits.
I got a
Claire
15 to hit.
Hits. 15 to hit. That hits as well.
Amazing.
10 damage on the nearest one.
That one's dead. I think they're all dead.
Yeah, probably.
Between a couple of people.
12.
Yeah, that one's dead as well.
Cool.
Claire's got a mag pistol. Oh, she rolled the opposite of boxcars, which is snake eyes. That's a total of 4 damage.
As we all
still
know.
Alive.
Everyone's heard of boxcars.
But Tony hits that one as well.
That
Just
one?
rolled 2d8. What?
Whatever.
Curve the bullet, Tony.
Yeah, that's
Get
right.
them
Hit
both.
both of them.
He got them both. Oh, wait, there was
There's
only 4. There's actually one still alive.
There is one way over there.
So I will give that round to you guys. I guess they do get to act then.
Yep.
Who would be going in first? I'm just going to do the hand wave this because this is about to be over almost immediately.
Fair enough.
There's one still alive.
Oh my god!
I'm going to go through the PCs first and
Sure.
then the NPCs second. So I would assume Micah would probably be in first.
Yeah, I'm usually in front.
And so I think both of them are going to go after you. So they're just going to take a couple of swipes at you.
Okay.
They're not, well, the first one's not going to get the benefit of the second one being around, but that doesn't matter because they rolled a 21 to hit.
I guess that hits.
That does hit. And so you guys were able to mow down most of them, but the one all the way at the end of the table was able to kind of move around one of the workstations and grazes you, Micah, and you take a total of 5 damage.
Okay.
And they don't even touch you, but just being around them, you almost feel like a rash almost immediately start to happen right around where they were reaching out, and there's redness there, and it doesn't feel good. Is not good. It's like whatever in the atmosphere is eating away at your skin. What crazy.
I need that.
The second one is also going to come at you, Micah, and they have this ability called Swarm. We showed it off in the monorail station. So they get a bonus to hit, but they rolled a 3, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Nice.
So that is that. I'm going to go the PCs first. So there are 2 around Micah right now. One that is completely healthy, and the other 3 are dead and within the range of the beacon right now. And so they are unable to heal. Micah, it's now your go, and I have a feeling I know what's going to happen.
Well, I am going to use an on-turn action to change out my telekinetic rifle for my I-beam. I am going to smack.
Smack.
That was not what I was expecting to happen, but please go
Really?
on.
Are you
Oh.
expecting Slipfield?
No, I was
Gonna
expecting
cry.
just to pick them up.
Oh, right.
Fair enough. Hey, listen, I've got
No, you can smack.
No, smack them.
Please smack.
yeah, I've got 2 precious loot crates that I'm carrying with me. I can't afford to
That's-
drop
Oh,
those.
that is fair. That
And
is
a
fair.
drone.
And a drone, which I'm definitely using very much.
Hit him with the drone.
That's going to be 13 to hit.
That hits.
Oh,
Yay.
all right.
These things work by attacking in numbers.
Fair enough.
Okay.
And you're
That is-
attacking the already damaged one or the undamaged one?
Fair question, because they are both in melee. I think I'd want to take down the more damaged one.
Okay.
So 13.
Yeah, that will do it. And so as you burst through the door, the first 3 get hurt within the EMP grenade and are mowed down by the ensuing fire. 2 of them encroach upon Micah, one of which is able to deal some damage to her, but that one is immediately knocked down. And we just have 1 more left that was outside of the blast, so has been untouched by the EMP grenade. To you, Nona.
Okay. He attempts to shoot it.
Okay.
I also think, for what it's worth, Theater of the Mind, Nona is probably the closest back towards the door, because I think, 1, we wanted Alex in the center, and 2, just,
Protecting the boy?
maybe. Oh, yeah, that's the 19 plus 4.
That hits.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
19.
Okay, so that one's dead as well.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so in the matter of less than 6 seconds, every single thing that was in this room is now down and trying to regenerate. But as the holes that you've created in them, the nanites smoke is almost shooting out of them away from Alex. You now have the room to yourselves, and I guess the one that you were carrying with you as well.
If we roll
So-
it in the door, one of the wheels is bad, so it does that squeaky and wobbly thing.
And also, you try and push it, but it kind of like rotates as
Yeah.
you push it constantly.
I thought that they don't fix. I guess they don't fix chairs.
That's how they think chairs work. All of the chairs in this universe have that feature on them.
That is the platonic ideal of an office chair. One bad wheel.
This is the punishment chair. It was made to be like this.
And then I'd say it was like that one we got here.
Disgusting.
This whole planet is bullshit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
So
so-
we grab stuff.
And you're doing this in a fast manner in order to you would expect, you're expecting something on the other side of the door that was described
Yep.
in the last session.
Mhm.
The room that you were in, you came in
Has
through
another
double
door.
doors. There's another door through it that goes to the secured lab.
Excuse me. I was told
You-
that door was shut.
That door is shut. but you're
I'm
worried
sure it
something
isn't.
might be in there.
But now it is.
I don't know
open.
why you think something
Wait.
might be in there, but you're worried that something might be in there, so you're going fast.
We've not had the chance to investigate that more thoroughly, right? Because I was on the other side of the lab that we just came into.
Are you going
That's
to
right.
investigate it more thoroughly when you guys were trying to do like a smash and grab?
We can smash and grab. I wanted to see if it was immediately obvious if it was locked or not. But if I can't tell that, we'll just grab things. Sure.
It does appear to be locked. There's a keypad next to the door, but you're well aware that Nona would probably be able to hack that in a couple of seconds,
Fair enough.
especially since you guys are not under the fire from
Anything.
her. What is it?
Yeah.
Beetlejuice, not Beetlejuice. The Boogeyman.
Beetlejuice.
Sorry, I was watching Alex Brightman videos earlier today. Don't
Guys, I think we
look
need
at
to
me.
take a second and recollect. Guys.
No.
We need to
What's
refocus. We're going by Beetlejuice and not the movie, the musical.
The
So
musical.
we need to.
The musical Beetlejuice.
You know, if your hacking gets harder if you're being chased down a hallway by Alex Brightman. Everyone knows
I mean,
this.
Welcome to Seventh Scene from the Right, our
I was
Again.
musical review
terrified.
podcast.
Anyway.
God.
Yep.
5, 6, 7
Dig it.
star, dude.
Oh, no, I like that.
I like that one. That's a good one. But yes, I was referencing when Deacon was shooting at you guys earlier, but you would expect Nona would be able to open that in probably in no time if she wanted to.
If is good.
All right. So you guys are doing a smash and grab. So
Yep.
what I'm going to have you guys do is I want a check. Give me
Dexterity smash.
Always
a dexterity
crap at
steal.
these.
Um,
Come on,
grab.
dice. There's a first time for everything.
I'm going to say dexterity. Oh, there's a lot of weird ones that I could do here. Either dexterity sneak or dexterity exert?
Can I interest
makes
you
sense.
in administer?
No.
Are there legal documents in here?
How do they feel about drugs?
Is there something I could notarize?
There's a 8 exert for me.
Okay.
9.
Okay. So you guys do pretty well. You come out with 6 of both of them. There was basically you'll find this out after the fact, but several of the vials that you took have been expired, don't work, but you're able to find, 6 of each. You guys basically just went to one of these workstations, put your arms on the where the stands were and just pushed them into a bag. So you got 6 of each. You got 6 of snapback and shutdown.
Nice.
Micah's going to eye the other door, say, that wasn't so bad. Listen, it sounds like there's some good stuff in there. I feel like maybe, probably we could handle whatever might be in there. And we could even help pay off like his student loans with this is do you see what these drugs do?
Yeah,
What's in there is probably insane.
We can freeze things for up to 3,600 years. Is that how math works?
No.
A collective 3,600 years?
The most
Yeah,
it could
1d6
be.
plus 3 times 6.
It's if you use
if
all
of them
6
work.
of
plus-
them, Jeff.
I don't think there's a times, is there? Hold on.
1d6
With
plus
the
3?
number of drugs you gave us.
Yes, Jeff, we have 6 of them.
900.
Oh, I see
We
what you're
can freeze,
saying.
and then
You
as
can
soon
do
as
it
they
over
pop
and over
out,
again. I see what you're saying.
5,400 years of time stoppage.
They'll age 5 seconds every 900 years.
well, it would be really funny. This is Kirsten speaking, not Nona. We give somebody a snapback. They walk into that room, then they come back, and then we run.
Honestly, that's not a bad idea. That's a good idea.
Yeah, but we want to
Just-
sell these for money.
So I have a question as a DM.
Sure.
Is this conversation happening as you're running away from the lab that you just smashed and grabbed?
No, I
No.
think
Or did you just you
we
just did that
smashed
and you're
and grabbed, and
wait,
now we're
you
standing
just-
there.
hold on,
Seems
wait,
like
guys.
it seems like the door is locked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what Mike is saying. We go in, we're being super skittish and careful, and we're grabbing stuff quickly, and we're about to head out. And then she's like, well, hold on a second. Maybe let's reconsider.
I mean,
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I think we can take it. And it would be worth so much. And look at all this insane tech that's in here.
I appreciate money. I really do. Dr. Leggett, I also appreciate, I guess, your presence, but also
appreciate money. Money's good.
You shut up, mister. I have 3 HP left.
Oh,
What does that mean?
What's that?
well, I. That is true. I do have 3 HP left.
I'm
What does
kidding.
that
I'm
mean?
kidding.
Not
Speaking in
at.
tongues.
He legitimately has like that amount. He has probably somewhere between 1 hit from a rifle you would expect, and he's going down unless it's
That's
like
right.
a skim.
He only has
All right, no,
3 hair
like-
follicles.
I know we want to make sure that you don't get hurt, but like you sound maybe interested. Like I can protect you. I can like put you inside one of my force constructs, like turtle you up. Anyone who might be worried about that, like,
Are you just going to put me in a cube and then carry me
Yeah.
around?
well, no, you're
No,
going to
you
stay
can't be
in one
carried
place
in
in
the cube.
Ah, I see.
Is
Can
generally how it
I
works.
breathe in the cube?
For a
Yeah.
time.
Figured out.
I mean, it's
Enough.
pretty big.
Enough.
It's a pretty big cube.
If I can breathe, that probably means the nanites can get in, right?
You're the scientist.
I would say yes. So either I can't breathe or I can breathe. And
Look, which side of this issue are you on?
Yeah,
I
listen,
don't
pal.
think putting me in a box is going to help things. Is
I
all
mean,
I'm saying.
if you stay in the same
It's
zone,
it's not
as the-
about the nanites getting you. It's about the potentially whatever's on the other side
Let's-
of the
Oh,
door.
you're
Let's make
saying
sure we're
so
on
I
the same
go
page.
with you guys, and
We-
then I get put in one of these constructs.
We've
when
gotten an
shit
impression of-
goes down.
We've gotten an impression of what
Yes.
might be in there, some kind of soldier, zombie, something. I can hopefully, ideally, stop you from being in danger from whatever that thing is. We take it down, hopefully by surprise, get a super shiny, amazing ancient weapon, and then we get out of here. And that would be like a really good thing to be able to pick up. Because, I mean, no one else is going to. Who knows what it could do? Look at these insane drugs. That's my pitch.
Nona is eyeing the rash on your arm and says, "And how are you doing?"
Oh, what this? It's a flesh wound. It's fine.
Yeah, it's literally wounded flesh.
It is. Yeah, it's
that
wounded
is
flesh.
literally a flesh wound. It bit into your flesh.
Yeah, I'm feeling more than halfway healthy.
I love that joke. It's a great joke.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds good, but like, then what do we do with this thing? We like hang it up in our house, and look at it.
Well, one, if it's useful, then it's useful. I mean, we don't know. Like some of these drugs, yeah, we want to sell them, and we could like keep some of them because, like, you know, personal teleportation sounds sick. But come on, it's a big galaxy and universe out there. There have got to be some collectors or someone who would pay a fortune for this stuff.
Yeah. So before I joined the Paragon Freelancers, I was doing some work here and there, and I could probably find some folks who would be willing to buy a pre-tech artifact of
A
immense
weapon.
power.
A weapon, yes.
Yeah. That's the people who buy them don't generally tell me what they're using them for, but yeah.
I think for this one we can kind of assume.
I mean, you guys found the pseudo nuke on Glazov 5 and decided to give it back to us and not keep it for yourselves. So, like, you could have sold
So
that.
we're owed something.
Mhm.
No, I'm not saying
Yeah, but
that.
we
I'm
didn't buy
saying,
it. We
we're
didn't buy it
owed
though. We just
something.
found it.
but I'm
different.
saying, like, are you in this for the money? Because you could have sold that anyway. I don't know what's on the other side of that door. It's clearly something powerful. They put a lot of things together, and if this is what's in the unsecured lab, like, what's in the secured one?
I'm sorry. Are you an arms dealer? Is that what we landed on?
No.
I just want to go back just a
No.
little bit because you're like
No,
you found the nuke. You could have sold it.
You could have sold it to me.
You could have sold it.
I procured artifacts and found people who wanted those artifacts.
You could just say it. You're an arms dealer.
I,
It's like-
they were the majority
I
of it was
am
not
lost interest
weapon.
in this conversation. Okay,
Also, I don't do that anymore. I just run packages now.
you're worse.
And steal things from scientists.
All right, Mirror's Edge.
Nice.
Okay, I mean,
Um,
I love. It's good. It's nice. It's a lot. It gives us something to fall back on in a different kind of way than just like our current nest egg. How worried are we about this super soldier?
Yes.
Like, I don't think
It's not helpful.
we should just walk in, but we've got
Well,
this
can
door.
I
We
just
can take
say,
it carefully. We can like set up in like a choke point right here. We don't know what's on the other side of the door, but I know we have the element of surprise.
This isn't the choke point. They would be the other door we came through is an even chokier point, so we'd be backed up into a
can I
building.
just say, if we were going to do this, I would have preferred we saved the EMP for that room.
Well, yeah. Thanks. No, we'll keep that in mind for next time.
No one has another EMP grenade, huh?
I think I have one more.
Oh,
But whose grenade did we use before?
Claire's.
Claire's. Okay, yeah. I've got-
Claire's. Mine. Hello.
Thanks, Claire.
I'm
oh my
here.
God, there you are. I've got one. One left.
Oh, I feel slightly better about that then.
Okay. If we open this door, and by we, I mean, Nona, this is probably your department. Is there any way to make sure that we can quickly shut it again? If it really comes down to it, we back off, we reseal the door, and we turn around and leave.
Also, if you move past a certain point into that room, I believe the pile of bodies we have collected here might start healing again.
Well, take them with us.
We can just take them with us.
Everybody grab a leg.
I mean,
We will stack them in front of us and use them as cover.
we could just, remove them from themselves and like space them out.
Claire.
I'm just trying to. I was doing the thing that Nona was talking
I
about.
got
doing.
yelled
I
at
know you're
for
doing
it.
the thing that Nona was doing.
I'm
That's
a bad
why.
influence.
It seems like an appropriate measure right now. And
If
it's
Nona
not like
jumped
they're
off of a
feeling-
cliff, would you?
That would be a
Would you follow
terrible
her?
plan because she does not have a backup.
No, you'd be fine. Exactly. That's the thing.
It's completely two different situations.
Yes.
I never liked that question. I feel like it really loses a lot of context. Like, why is Nona jumping off a cliff?
Because she can like just reappear somewhere else. She'll go back. She'll have a backup.
Well, then,
It's just
then
fun for
I
her.
wouldn't jump off a cliff to follow Nona.
because you don't have a backup.
Exactly.
So anyway,
Happy weeknight session, everyone.
I would love not to have to go all the way into that room at all, but we don't know what it looks like, and my drone can't like see with infrared through these walls because of all the noise in
It
the
can
air.
see normally.
It can see normally.
We could stick it
I
in
guess
the room.
I haven't asked, are there windows?
I don't think there's windows.
Probably not.
On the door?
Yeah, on the door, anything to suggest what the next room holds.
I mean, yes, there are. You take a peek down, and it is a hallway there.
Okay.
There appears to be a security checkpoint of some kind, like it's a little desk that has, another kind of glass in front of it and a door to the side of it. Kind of just another mechanism for making sure that someone who's going through these doors is able to be on the other side. But as for what is past that security checkpoint, you're not entirely sure.
There's another secure door or something that they might open from the checkpoint.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I think if we're trying to get a peek, we can open up the door. Don't cross it, but maybe we can use our little nanite map to look in. Does that pick up life?
The nanite map
DM?
doesn't work here past the 45 feet. The nanites start getting eaten by the other nanites. We've already tried that.
That's right.
But the drone would work if you're willing to risk it a little bit.
Yeah, sure. I mean, if we did go like into the hallway to the other door, which looks pretty secure, does our beacon clear out nanites through a surface like that, like on the other side, or is it kind of impermeable to whatever the beacon does?
You would have seen this, whatever thing is getting emitted from the beacon appears to be like sound or gamma radiation, it's small enough that it can go past
So we
through
get a
particles.
circle.
You get a circle, no matter like where you are or what is in between.
Or a sphere, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So if we got up close to it, we might be able to get at least a bit of a peek through if the beacon can clear out what's on the other side of the door. then we could use the nanite map.
It's worth a try.
All right.
No harm.
Yeah, should be safe. What's the worst that could happen?
So
Why would you do this?
are we going to drag the things at our feet right now with us?
I think we
then?
stick with the same the original plan of just kind of locking them all in here. I believe if this door is locked and only has a keypad, we don't open this one, and then we secure the swinging doors like Dr. Leggett was planning on doing. I think that leaves them trapped in here.
Doesn't
This
that
is our way out.
Doesn't that cut off?
Oh,
our-
I thought we were going around to another thing. My bad. I misinterpreted.
We can find the closet.
Everyone just kind of like looks around.
Closet? Question mark.
Yeah, there's it's a lab. You know, they have closets.
Yeah.
So you
Stuff those corpses in that closet.
Can we seal the closet?
I mean, yeah, I'm going to say you can use it's similar to how Leggett was intending to kind of
Seal the
fuse
door with
doors
a
shut. You
metal
can
tool.
do something similar. I don't think that there's a way that you can guarantee that it will hold, but you would expect it to, at the very least,
Let's
slow
drag
them
over
down.
this desk.
All right, so you guys,
Let's
stuff-
stack a desk on top of this desk.
Okay.
All right,
Okay. All right.
so you guys stuff them all in the closet. You weld the door to its frame. You then push a bunch of desks up against it,
That's
and then maybe
right.
push a couple of other things. You move.
Get a Sharpie. Don't open. Thing
Don't
inside.
dead.
Things
Open inside.
There you go, and you have solved my zombie puzzle.
We can leave.
Wow.
There's only one bar left. We did too good.
It took so long. So much plot happened here.
Okay.
All right.
You still do
ahead.
have 4 of 6.
Of course.
Cool. Then yeah,
Okay.
definitely have time.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, so you guys. I'm not going to make you roll for this, Nona, because you are just going to be able to open it using your skills.
Yay.
You've graduated to opening doors for free.
Yay.
It was mostly because that there was a time pressure associated with it. Anyway,
Don't get ahead of yourself.
And plus,
it's
Jeff,
not free.
Plus, Jeff doesn't have any interesting cutscenes he wants to have happen
You
here.
can't just go around opening any door.
Listen here.
What if I don't put anything behind that door? What if I'm still drawing the thing that's behind that door?
No walks up and slams her elbow into the thing and goes, "Hey!" And the door
And it just
opens.
And the door
Slowly
starts
opens
playing
up.
music.
And so you guys make your way down the hallway a little bit, and you find the security checkpoint that you peered through the doorway. And then again, it appears to be like the reinforced glass on one side, and some individual would kind of sit inside there to do a sanity check of anyone who goes through. The door itself that goes on past it, you can't actually see into the room. It's blocked off. But there's a keypad on the side. You're able to hack that one as well. And you peek the door open. And are you going to send the drone in?
I was intending before we open that door at all.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Rolling back.
To try and get close and try and do some surveillance from the other side of the sealed door. If, like we were just, I think, talking about, the beacon effect would spread past it.
Mm-hmm.
So that would clear out the nanites there. So then I could use the nanite map to get a bit of a lay of what's inside.
I see what you're saying. Yes. Okay. So you're not able to see the entire room. The parts that you're able to see, again, there's not a whole lot of detail that this map provides you. It tends to provide you the surfaces themselves, because think of it, it's a pointillism of just a bunch of nanites reading back their location. So you get generally the sense that this seems to have a lot more machinery in it. You see what appears to be pipes going up from consoles that are pressed up against the sides. You do see a little bit of movement, and it appears to be cut off a little bit. They might be a little bit farther in. You see what could be at least 2 individuals towards the closer end. The room itself seems to be rectangular, and you're only seeing about, well, you can't necessarily say. It could be as much as 50% or as little as, depending on how far it stretches, like 25, 10%.
Can I tell how wide it is? Can I see the walls to each side?
Yeah, the wall that you see is probably about 30 yards across.
Okay.
That's actually maybe too big. 20 yards across. I'm gonna write that down.
20.
20 yards.
All
Okay,
right. So
Jeff,
yeah,
why are you writing
No
that
first down.
so everyone
It
is
might
able-
be relevant later.
Yes, that was
it
the
just
joke.
might. Yeah, so everyone's able to see the map, but yeah, Mike will say, yeah, it looks like maybe a big room, definitely some space to move around. These little vague lumps over here look like they might be a couple of zombies or something like that, kind of on the far side.
Do they look like they're moving?
Yes.
Cool. So probably then.
Probably
Also,
them.
Tony is gonna just move towards the door and says, I'm gonna try and see if there's anything that I can sense on the other side when it comes to like meta dimensional energy.
Great plan.
All right.
If you get us noticed from this, I will be very upset.
I don't think that it can be
Cool.
unless like a really strong meta scion is in there. And like a really, really strong one.
What are the chances of that?
I don't know.
Let's
Here I've
find out.
never met one yet.
Here I go.
Jeff's activated Jeff's trap.
Go, the knave.
That's a little rude. He takes a look in and says, I'm getting 2 signatures in there. So
That's one.
yeah. On opposite sides of the room from one another.
Signatures being scions.
You think they're
I
psychics?
think there's 2 psychics in there.
Okay, continue.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, that's
That's
it.
That's it. That's all you got?
That's
all
all
he
you're
can
worth.
do.
I mean,
Okay.
I can touch them and then I'll be able to tell you like, what they do.
Are you
But
going
Yeah, you
to
wanna go
name
to-
this power?
what?
Are you going to name this power?
No. It's-
Nasty touch. Nasty touch. Go. I'm sorry, Tony. Good job.
man, I'm just trying to help out.
No,
As
I
a-
know, and I appreciate it.
We bully you because we love you. All right. Okay. So it sounds like there are 2 in there of some kind of psychics, but they're not super far away from what we can see on the map. There, like you said, there's machinery going up. Is that a lot of like cover intervening terrain, or is it mostly around the outer walls as far as we can tell?
as far as you can tell, the middle of this space is quite open. Where the clutter tends to be is on the sides, and the 2 individuals that you are able to see, Micah, do appear to be at those sides. Probably some kind of console and probably doing, the false mimicry of life that we were talking about before.
Quite.
Before the podcast. Yeah.
Before the podcast. The thing that I just do every day at my day job.
That was a good one. That was a good
That's
one.
a good one.
That was a good one.
Anyway, no, I love my job. Anyway,
Hello, boss.
Yeah, boss, if you're listening to this.
Just kidding. Never do that thing. Always
man.
110%. Wait.
all right.
Okay. So I feel like we could try and just set up something here. I could like set us up some cover with a construct right at this doorway so that we have something to duck behind if they want to try and come at us, and just try and fire at range.
Do you get 2, or are we no longer putting Leggett in a box?
I can do 1 roughly every 6 seconds up to like
Oh.
I've got quite a bit of gas in the tank as far as what I can do with psychicry.
Okay.
It doesn't move. It's fixed in space when you.
It is fixed in space.
Gotcha.
Inject it with the drugs. Make it jump back in time.
It's not like Rolly. It's not like fixed to Rolly chair fixed in space, right? It's like
No, it is hardcore.
Gotcha, okay.
Only 1 spot.
Like
Understood.
an immovable
Yeah,
rod.
and don't think about how the galaxy is moving.
Knows
and the
that,
planet
yeah.
is moving and revolving. It
You know,
don't worry about it.
Don't use it.
Powers, no, understand the relative gravity center. Listen, it's all in the textbooks. You're uneducated. Anyway,
We're mean today. Wow. Okay, moving on.
I was kidding. Anyhow, Jeffrey,
Yeah,
how wide is this door? Is this another double door or like a single secure?
it's
kind
a
of door?
single secure door.
Okay. If I were going to try and put up like a wall for cover, would that cover the width of the door, or would there be space around the sides?
What is the size of the construct that you can make?
3 meter cube is the maximum size.
And you can kind of like shape that, or
It can be whatever shape I want
Inside of a 3 meter cube.
that
I
fits
see.
inside a 3 meter cube.
yeah, I think for the most part that'd be able to completely cover a door.
I think even a double door, eyeing the double doors directly next to your head.
3 meters. That's
3
about
yards.
3
9
yards. Oh, that's
9
like 9
feet.
feet. Yeah. I don't know. I was saying
You were thinking feet, weren't you?
maybe. Yeah, that should be completely doable.
Great.
Cool. So we you set up your wall. Can you set it up like Swiss cheese or like a grater and we just stick our guns through there and shoot?
I do believe any shape means any shape.
Yeah, so I feel like probably below like
Just making a little what is it? A pillbox.
yeah, a little
Yeah.
fortified encampment. Yeah, so like probably below waist height, totally solid with some little openings for shooting through, so we can duck down.
Amazing.
How's
All right.
that sound?
Yeah.
And is this going to be opaque or transparent?
It is going to be opaque so that if someone's ducking low, they can't see them.
You
Whatever.
might want to make it semi-opaque so we can still kind of like we know where it is, but we can't. Can we see through it so we can shoot, or are we looking through the holes too? I don't know
But
guns.
we-
whatever.
it
I'm
could
getting
be-
into
How about
tiny
like
details here.
70% opacity?
Okay,
What if
sure.
it's like slits like this?
Give us
that
a
we, like,
nice like sunshine yellow color. You
Okay,
know.
sure. Yes.
like Tiny Tim.
So you're creating this pillbox and then
Killing
opening the door.
Opening the door.
Opening
And then
fire.
killing everything in there.
Yes, setting that up, saying, Leggett, you stay low so you're not going to get shot or whatever happens in there. And then assuming that's set up so that the pad is in a place where no one can hack it, then we open the door.
Okay.
Okay, this is going to be interesting.
Yep.
All right, so
And then
that
nothing
is just
bad
what we're
happens.
doing then.
Yeah.
No other additions. Otherwise, I'm going to move to you guys doing that.
I think we do that.
All right.
All right, so you open the door. It takes a little bit longer than the previous lock. There seemed to be a little bit more security around this one in particular, but it's no match for you, especially since you're not under any time pressure. And the door swings open. Immediately as it swings open, this wall of psionic energy is placed in front of you all, but that does not prevent you from seeing into the room. In the room, you see 4 nanite zombies positioned about where Micah pointed out, and then 2 more are farther in that probably would not have been picked up by the maps. And farther yet, at the end of this lab is a man sleeping underneath a yellow-green film. He wears nothing but loose-fitting pants, and held in his enormously sculpted arms is a sheathed claymore. The ornate design gives the sheath an otherworldly appearance, and the hilt grows softly beneath the cracks of the grip, implying that the sword has some tech built into it. The walls, as described before, are filled with these various consoles, each of which seem to have a mess of wires and pipes that feed up along the wall, towards the back of the wall, and into this pod that you see this man in.
I close the door. All right,
Then we
so
leave.
let's wrap this up.
It's time to go home.
I wasn't expecting some motherfucker with a sword like that.
Honestly,
That's
it's
what they
kinda-
want. They're like, let's make a super soldier and we'll give him a big ass sword. This guy's gonna fuck us up. We're gonna send him into war with people with guns. And go home.
Damn.
All right,
Never
let's
mind.
go home.
They're like, yeah, no, we have, big ass tanks, we have guns, we have a whole different array of, long distance weaponry, and we're gonna give
We
this
can't
guy.
tell anybody about this fucking sword though. Let's keep this sword under wraps.
I've seen anime. I know how this ends. I vote we leave.
It's just a sword.
Our secret
I
project.
know
is
you
a
want to
sword.
add to your sword collection.
I only have one anime sword. That's not
right,
enough.
because we gave Tony back
Yeah,
his.
you need the berserk sword too now.
Wasashi.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hang up the Buster sword next to Sephiroth's fucking.
That's the plan, baby.
So are you guys looking at me like, nah, we're not about that.
Yeah. All right.
I would love
distinctly-
to leave right now.
Okay, how about this?
I mean, the door's open. We either gotta do something, or there's no more
and
talking.
close.
This isn't right.
I mean, so we've opened the door.
Let's close it and open it again and see if the right encounter loaded. 'Cause this can't be it.
I read the wrong pre-made adventure, guys. Sorry, let me upload the other
This
one.
one's a dragon. Oh, okay.
Okay, did anything that's in there react to us opening the door?
You know what? I can roll for this. No.
Excellent. So just
Love that.
close the door and then we leave and go on about our lives.
Yeah, the sword. Like, what?
I gotta
Oh, you know
say,
what's really funny?
That's a pretty cool sword.
Yeah, let's get
Shut up, Tony. At least I hope that's Tony, because if it's Dr. Leggett, I'm going to lose all respect for that man.
No, you know, I
Shut-
have to agree with the man. That
What does
is a
Claire
pretty
think about that?
kick-ass sword right there.
Oh my God, you're a giant geek too, aren't you?
Oh, of course he is. So yeah, that is what you guys see. Are you going to open fire, or are you going to rethink your thoughts of like super soldier sword? Maybe this is not what we want to do, and just leave.
Well, what's really funny about it is if we floated the EMP over there, it might actually fuck up the sword a bit.
That's true.
We might not be able to have it, but no one else can.
No, let's take out the helpers, probably, right?
Yeah.
The three outside.
Can I fly my drone like right skimming the ceiling
Oh,
to like
dear.
get a closer look? And it does have grav
Sure.
muffles, so it's inaudible from more than 5 meters.
Yeah, and they're not going to look up.
No one ever does.
Yes, and so they're not going to, because they're a false mimicry of life,
That's right.
and the life does not look up. So there you go.
Their eyes are fixed firmly on the ground.
Don't look them in the eyes.
Really.
Yeah. So what exactly are you trying to get a closer look at?
If we've got like a pretty good view of things generally from where we are, I want to get a closer look at the guy with the sword at the far end of the room. And yeah, see more detail, sort of investigate if possible through the handheld display that I've got with the drone.
Mm-hmm. And so remind me of the display of the drone. Is it just like a camera, or is there additional features to this?
It's got a
Is it like
whole
infrared as
sensor
well?
array. It's got
Infrared's
UV.
there.
It's got infrared. It's got sonic sensors. It's got basically the whole kit and caboodle. I can look up exactly all of those things for sure. And it is able to read lips from 2 kilometers away or something ridiculous.
Where did it learn to
Well,
speak?
You don't have to worry about it reading lips, because the
Yeah.
man is not speaking. He's very much appears to be in some kind of catatonic state.
Oh, is he covered in a bubble?
Yes, he has that like a yellow-green film over top of him.
Cool.
Okay, I can also see in low light, and it's got radiation and chemical sensors.
Remind me, I think we might have said this before. 2 things. One, based on what we can see, how likely do we think this is that this is it called shutdown?
It seems to be a very similar application. It might be like more of a industrial use of it, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Like rather than just in a stim
We've got
pack.
the off-brand.
Not necessarily that, but
Walgreens brand shut down.
you know, like there's the things that, you know, enterprise customers kind of buy. and
No,
then there's
I
the
gotcha,
things that
I gotcha.
Consumers buy. They have the enterprise size
Sure.
stuff. And so
And based on how we know that works, I can't remember if it can be popped from the inside or not.
the being inside of it is in suspended animation.
Gotcha.
They are unable to do anything.
Cool.
It requires some external force to break the film that they are under in order to awake them.
And do we have a total of 6 guys in the room besides that guy? Or
4.
4.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity,
Okay.
is it possible, looking at the face more closely, is this a face that I would recognize from any of the books we were just reading, or anything, history, anything like that?
Roll an int no check, please.
7 plus... It's a 6.
So you guys picked up a book that was called The Eternal Conflict, The Nanobots War Chronicle. This was written by General Adrian Nexa. There was actually a picture of him on the inside. It was pretty nondescript, standard military fare. It's got all the different badges and whatnot. Clearly like a rugged guy, large shoulders, clean shaven white hair. You take a look at the man underneath the film and you can't help but notice that there is some familial resemblance. You're not entirely sure how, but they have the same kind of jawline, a similar nose as well. You don't know exactly what their relation would be, but they seem to be relatives of some kind.
I have a silly question.
Yes.
Given that we haven't triggered anything yet, can I consult the book about the Nexa family?
Sure.
Are there pictures? Do we have them?
So that one did you guys remind me of the books that you picked up?
Like
Certainly.
basically all of them that were in that pile, and one of the books was entitled
I may have written down more books that you picked
No,
up.
so we,
Sorry.
Fair enough.
we definitely, General Nexa was involved in, I think, 2 books we picked up.
Yes, there was The Eternal Conflict, the Nanobots War Chronicles.
The Chronicles
Is there
of
another one?
Nexa, A Family's Ascension.
Yes. Okay. So that was the one that I wasn't sure if you guys picked up or not.
Yep.
Yes. So you did pick up that book as well. Paging through it, you notice that it describes these folks were powerful sci-tech creators, and they worked with the defense ministry and eventually turned into government officials and then military officials. That was kind of their family trajectory and became one of Neopus' most famous families. There is a most recent picture of the family, which is pretty large with General Adrian Nexa at the head. This seems to be a grandson of his, a Calvin Nexa.
All right. Well, guess these folks were a pretty big deal. Sort of makes sense they would have someone like this for their special military project.
Are you going to read more than that?
I
No.
don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, we
We'll
don't want
check it out later.
Calvin, you said?
Yep.
I'm sure this will be an extremely important thing to note.
I have been trained to recognize that ever since first time I forgot that was a thing. Way back in the day, you said Calvin once and I wasn't paying attention. So now every time you say the word Calvin, I'm like, what? Where? My plot?
Sorry, yeah. The
Damn
random
it!
number generator decided that his name was going to be Calvin.
Not forgiven. You could have recognized that and overrid it. That's what humans are there to do, Jeff.
It's Calvin with a K.
They were the one that I just picked up, put
Oh,
together
I
because I
see.
wasn't intending to name this
I
individual.
see.
Is Calvin.
All right.
Okay. That's what I get
All right.
for checking
Fine.
books.
Quickly, do I notice anything in particular about the sword from a closer inspection?
A closer inspection of the sword, it would be the equivalent of a large melee weapon. You would expect that there is some pretext stuffed inside of it. This is more than just a dumb big sword. There's a lot of pretext stuffed into that in particular. You can't quite tell. You wouldn't have any basis of like the knowledge of what this is, but you clearly do see written on the sheath Terminus Est.
The most terminus.
Totally. All right. Yeah, looks like a pretty sick sword.
I
Shall we?
don't like it. I would like to leave and then blow up this place from space, please.
I mean, what's making you feel that? There's no, like, that guy can't do anything. He's super suspended.
And there's 4 people in the room, which is exactly one more than you can pick up. Also, if you want
Yeah.
the sword, I believe you're going to have to break the suspension.
Probably. Are you saying no?
I don't want people to die.
Yeah, we're playing it carefully. Very carefully.
Okay.
Okay. If that seems to be okay, let's get to it.
All right, so you're going to open fire on the 4
I would
nanite zombies in the
propose
room.
picking them up,
Yeah.
and then we
So-
all shoot at the other
You're not
one.
going to be able to pick up 2 of them, as you are familiar with. Tony
Right.
will be able to point out the ones they're the farthest to.
are
So
the
then-
ones that have
The
that are
psychic
that are
powers
psychics, that are
in 'em.
dimensional,
Yeah.
but not all 4 of them are. 2 of them are not.
2 of them are not.
Okay, yeah. So I'm putting our loot crates further back in the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Dropping that. I'm gonna recall the drone over, and then I will pick up the 2 closest and get us started.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. They're not going to be able to do jack shit to you. The things in here, they are going to die based off of what you guys are about to do to them because of the pillbox that you've like. 3 of them are melee. One of them has a gun because of the telekinetic armory, but it wouldn't really be able to hit you. I'm not going to roll through this. You are going to kill them. It's the nature of things. You open fire, they're dead.
That's planning, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh, that's a plan. See, nothing to worry about.
Next,
Also,
Like, I see no point in like rolling a bunch of dice over and over again. It's not going to heighten the drama.
required
You
reading.
open fire on a bunch of defenseless zombie scientists.
That we
Required
do.
reading before you start any TTRPGs. The Art of War. The Marine Handbook.
Oh god. So just to clarify for everybody, the construct, it's not impervious or anything. It has an AC, it has an amount of HP, but it is a pretty sturdy thing. So
Cool. Okay, well, I'm feeling slightly better about this now, not gonna lie.
All right, pew pew. As it
Yep.
were.
Bogey's down.
So I assume, well, I guess I shouldn't necessarily assume anything at this point, but you're able to take those 4 down in pretty quick succession. 2 of them were floating. They couldn't really do much. The other 2 were trying to do stuff but couldn't see you, and the only one that could have possibly hit you, you guys have like +4 to your AC, right? When you're behind, heavily fortified stuff. They don't, I mean, they could maybe have gotten off like 1 pot shot before they went down, but that's about it. And I don't think that's necessary for me to try and roll. But that leaves the walls now are riddled with bullet holes that seem to slowly fill in.
Excellent.
As the various zombies also have that mist that is slowly filling back in because you guys are not currently in the room.
Pick him up, put him in the thing.
The film has not been broken.
Good.
What do you do?
All right. I will yoink them 3 and then 1 if I'm able to pick up the psychics once they're down, or I
The
can't remember
psychics
how we
once they're
established that.
down. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think we tried this before. There was one
I
where
think
Tony.
we might have.
There was
Oh,
one
you're right.
that
He
Tony
stole his
stole
powers.
Their powers.
Right.
That's right.
The other one you never were able to down.
That's right.
Purple still hanging out on the
we didn't care about him.
the-
He was going on the other
the
train.
monorail platform. Yeah, when you guys take that run back, that's
Mhm.
exactly where it's gonna be.
Wave hello.
Anyway, so what was the question?
So,
What was I
my
talking
idea
about?
was, if I'm able to grab them 3 and then 1,
Yeah.
pull them inside our radius so that they don't get back up.
Yep, you may do that. Just kind of slide them all over towards you. And now it is an empty room that has just, as you, after all of the gunfire, you just hear this low hum that you didn't quite notice before. It seems that all of these machines do seem to be on and working. And all that is left is the man underneath the film with the claymore.
You said there was consoles.
There are consoles.
Can I go computer things with them?
Yeah. So these are all various readings of the man in the pod. What do you want to know?
Well, a couple of different things. I'm interested if there are some way of determining whether he is a nanite zombie or not, or if he is a person. I would gather this probably by what are his vitals? Does he have a heartbeat?
He's in suspended animation.
You do so completely frozen everywhere.
He is completely and utterly frozen, but there are some readings that about
What
the
are they
integrity of the
measuring? Yeah,
field
yeah.
and stuff like that. The man underneath the film, as far as you can tell, is and was, when they were put under, alive. You notice that they were occasionally, and the date stamps were from hundreds of years back. So the zombies that were at these consoles when you guys came in seemed to really be doing anything. But it seemed that they were continuously breaking this film for a short period of time and then dosing for various
to do
things.
the integrity of the field, keep it going way past its normal 4 centuries expiration date.
I don't think you would be familiar with any of the medicine that may be used, but Alex, could you give me an int heal check?
Yeah.
I've got
That's
a really
another
funny
thing. I rolled
idea.
36 and dropped the lowest.
I'll
But
tell you in a
32,
minute.
great.
All right.
8.
So there's quite a few things here that you're not even familiar with. Granted, you're more of a field medic than an actual doctor, but you do know that, there are some things for just generally upkeeping someone who's for the most part been under some kind of suspended animation, the fluids, electrolytes, such and stuff like that. Then there's things that are a little bit more interesting, various chemicals. The chemicals that are used seem to be what you're familiar with, work on brain chemistry.
Okay.
And again, not necessarily your area of expertise, but they seemed to be trying to give him different amounts of various brain chemicals. And they were different regiments after every time. It seemed like they were trying to hone in on something. And so the order of events that you saw is the thing that GeneMorph. Hell of a name, Jeff. GeneMorph Labs.
I didn't say it. I was so good.
It's like Treasure Island.
GeneMorph Labs was talking about their super soldier serum. You notice that there was quite a continuous regimen of it up until a point that stopped. And then that is when these various things to mess around with brain chemistry started to get put in various different ways. But that's the best you can kind of make of it.
Do you have any, are there any healing things available? Are there any of the other standard? Because integrity is pre-tech, I thought.
Integrity is pre-tech.
There's some things that are pre-tech. Do we have any familiarity? Are there any of those standard drugs around anywhere?
In the room?
Well, I thought, sorry, it's not the actual drugs there. It's just the readings of the drugs is what Alex was looking at?
Yes.
Okay, my
And
bad.
it's very possible that these drugs are in some of these pipes and being delivered directly into this individual somehow,
I see.
rather than through the individual stims that guys would carry around.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I have a thought. We have shut down. We have Tony's taking away of psychic powers. We really only want, as I understand it, the sword for Micah's sword collection. So what if we pop the bubble? If we have any drugs, we can give him. And then also Tony does the stealing psychic powers thing, just on the off chance that this individual is in fact a psychic. We grab the sword and then we apply shutdown again.
I will say shutdown only works on a cooperative subject.
Fair enough.
Does it work on a restrained subject?
It says cooperative.
Understood.
Damn.
So I'm going to say no.
All right. Duly noted.
Unless
Fine.
they're into that.
Oh, baby. Yeah. Put me to sleep for 300 years.
Sometimes
You know I love it when you put me to sleep for 900 years.
I love the danger of not knowing when I'm going to wake up or if I'm going to wake up.
Baby, you know I love a good nap.
I was going to say, nothing sexier.
Oh,
Okay. I mean, yeah. I don't know. How long has this person been asleep in the first place? It's if the mind still holds at all after, being fiddled with for who knows how long, it's I would like to maybe talk to them and see if they have any sense of self. But if not, yeah, I think something like that makes sense.
I suppose if they are a person, it is amoral to leave them like this.
I thinks a little bit, but
Yes.
I mean,
I don't know the whole story.
yeah, maybe. Like, did you mention like any of the chemical stuff
Yeah.
that you would have noticed? Do you, Alex, do you think that these brain chemicals would have like scrambled him up? Would you expect that this guy would be the same as he was back when he was regularly alive?
I don't know. I don't see any research like this, especially not on this scale, conducted over what, millennia, right? Pretext?
Hundreds of years.
Hundreds of centuries.
Yeah.
On the same person. It's like, it's not natural, certainly, and at the very limits of what science can legally accomplish.
Yeah. I feel like, he's been here a long time. It sounds like potentially could be very dangerous. And like, at worst, if he's been fine until now, well, we're not quite able to put him back
No.
to sleep because of the shutdown.
Yeah, psychics
But-
are.
But yeah, I do think we need to be careful about it. But
If we do just leave, I think eventually the nanite zombies heal themselves and go back to keeping him in suspended animation. I suppose eventually they might run out, and that might be a problem.
Could we open this thing and maybe separate him from the sword at all? Any kind of like localized slip field that will send the sword out of his hand? Or
yeah, would I be able to try and, just disarm him or something like that? I'm not sure. I can't use telekinesis on something somebody's holding. As far as I know, I don't think the slip field can quite work that way, but in a more manual way, could I just try and disarm him?
Yoink it.
Rip it out of his hands?
Yeah.
You
I
could
think as
certainly try.
It doesn't seem like it's grafted onto him or something.
No, he appears to be holding it, but
Okay.
I do want to
Yeah.
reiterate
He's a very
This
large
man-
man.
he is
He's a beefcake.
larger than your average
Bear.
man.
Say it.
Is he bigger than Atlas?
Yeah.
Nice.
This man
I was like 1,000.
he's not as big
bear.
as Pycleides, but like
Okay.
he's freaking like a Captain America. Like he is probably on the order of like 6.5 feet tall, if not taller. He's got very large arms and biceps. The sword is absurdly big, but seems almost appropriate in his hands.
There's a weird thing going on for Nona here. She was expecting zombies, and like, this is a person who has been asleep for a very long time and seems to have been abandoned in sleep mode. Don't know why, but she really relates to that.
okay,
Yeah, for Micah's part, Micah's saying like,
Just want the sword.
yeah, I don't want to deal with this guy. I don't necessarily want to kill him either. His family seems complicated and problematic and militaristic. And they
Who
kinda
is
ruined the
that not
planet.
true for in this room?
They ruined the planet, or something. They were involved with the nanite stuff. I don't know.
okay. Shall we?
So, how are we doing this?
maybe we don't fight him.
Yeah,
I'm worried about the amount of chemicals, brain altering chemicals this man has been.
yeah.
I'm guessing you
same.
probably can't read him in this state.
No, he's in this state. There's nothing happening. And Tony will speak up and say, yeah, there's no, I don't think I'd be able to tell if he was a psychic in this state either. Like, he is suspended in all sense of the words.
Yeah, it's entirely possible that if he is a psychic, that after all this time he's gone feral. In which case we have a pretty big problem on our hands afterwards. But there's also a chance that he is fine.
I am terrified of this, but I do not like the idea of leaving him in there. That doesn't seem good.
Yeah. How about this? I want the sword. I hear you, Nona. I think Yeah, we should try and pop the suspension bubble either way. I can try and put a construct over him, so if he like is feral and comes out swinging, we have a little bit of like protection and warning, with maybe some spaces in there, so that if push comes to shove and his mind is gone and we need to attack him, we would be able to. But
He could
just has a
probably
sword.
fit inside a 3-meter cube.
Yeah, I think we've established like one person can definitely. And I know if they're conscious and able to move, they get a saving throw. If you want to give him a saving throw anyway, that's all right. I'm wondering if since he's asleep, that might just work.
I think as soon as he would awake, he would get the saving throw.
Okay.
I think that's how I would play it.
That makes
If we've
sense.
already established the box.
Sorry. Oh, are you
Like we
saying
put the box
containment-
around him, we leave a little hole in the box, we stick a sharp object in there, like resetting an old phone, and then we pop the bubble and we see what happens.
Oh, I'm following. I thought I misunderstood and thought you were trying to do the slip field.
No.
No, yeah, I'm just trying to do a force construct.
3 meters, 3-meter cube. Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
You can do that. I hope you understand that as soon as the bubble goes.
Well, we want to try and interact with this individual on the off chance that they are an individual.
Understood.
Yeah, this is insurance, and hoping that since he just has a sword, we don't know what the sword is, but if he was going to try and attack, it's harder or impossible maybe to do so.
Yeah, so maybe we put the force construct up. You could pop the bubble with telekinesis. Again,
Yeah,
pencil our sharp object.
Sure, yeah, and I'm able to apply some pressure not to break things. Depends
that how this works?
How stable the thing is. Yeah. Well,
You need to break the film. Okay,
Yeah.
so you guys are going to freaking have a sealed box around this individual.
Mostly sealed.
And basically poke the bubble or
Yep.
try and cut open the bubble with telekinesis. And you can do those both things at the same time.
yeah, the construct just stays up until I dismiss it or the end of the scene.
Okay.
The popping would be if we don't see something like, is there anything on the display or readout or controls that would be able
I got
to
an entire toolbox. I can
more-
give you a
more safely
screwdriver.
Well, no, I meant like if
Oh.
there's a sanctioned way to end the suspension.
Oh, I see. Got it. And then in addition, I think we should have Tony kind of ready to steal psychic powers, Claire kind of ready to do the mind zappy thing. Have everybody ready to fight, but nobody do anything yet.
Yeah, so a little hole for Tony to stick his arm through and touch the guy, a little hole for bullets to go
Tony's
through.
gonna lose his arm.
Tony's friend.
Is the box opaque or transparent?
Transparent, just enough color so that we
He doesn't
can see
run
where it
into
is.
it.
So he doesn't run into it, and so we can see where the borders are.
Yeah, you can do
Sorry,
this.
buddy.
Yeah, no.
I recognize all of the feelings flashing across Jeff's face, or when your party does some weird shit and you gotta change your encounter.
I'm gonna get a darkness.
There you go.
There you
That'll
go.
work.
Use that darkness.
Perfect. All right.
And
let's
it
do
was
it.
not necessarily exasperation for myself. It was worry. Okay, so this is what's happening then.
Yep.
Okay.
You have the box around him. Can you tell me the HP of this box?
I can tell you that precisely. It is 20 HP with an AC of 15. Let me double check that. It is sturdy as a TL4 construction. Yes.
Okay. So you use a piece of metal, maybe a scalpel or something like that, to drag along this yellow-green film that is completely encasing this person. And you guys all see this within the box that I guess you could have just held the shrapnel there or whatever and then put the box around it. So you don't even necessarily need a hole.
Mhm.
But you all can kind of see him through this translucent box, kind of like the film of a bubble with just the light kind of reflecting off of it. As soon as you drag that piece of metal across the yellow-green film, you see it start to split and recede back into the device, this little pod that he was in. And as you do this, you start to see little readouts on all the different consoles going containment breach, containment breach, containment breach. And a little alarm starts to go off,
We
red.
do this on
flashing.
a regular basis.
Not like this.
Fair enough.
And you see that the man inside starts to open his eyes, and almost immediately the muscles in his arm start to tense around the sword as he starts to quickly look around the room, taking in his surroundings.
Hello?
Hey, we just want to talk. Hello? Are you? Hi.
Yes.
I'm Micah.
Sentient.
Can I?
Yes, hello. It's me.
Amazing.
Calvin.
Here's what I'm going to say. I'm not going to
Oh
have
yeah,
you guys
we
roll
know
for
his
this.
name.
Wake up, Calvin. It's been 500 years.
Get up. I believe in you.
Get.
You're
going
better
to-
than this, Calvin.
Stay determined.
Claire is going to say, oh no,
No.
unbridled rage, just rage, just completely an unbridled rage as he starts to unsheath his sword, and he can't quite get a full swing in this little box, but he takes it out all the way through the sheath and smacks the top of the roof of this box that is over top of him. Yeah, I guess I'll do a
9
quick
foot tall
attack.
box.
It's a big ass sword.
He's a big ass man.
The side of.
The box. Well, you see, when we go into combat, we all become bigger and we take up 5 meters, apparently.
That's a 25 to hit.
Oh, this is a
That
dream.
hits it.
Yes, it does. AC 15.
I can remember numbers we said 2 minutes ago.
That's good.
I'm on it.
Oh boy, it's a total of 17 damage.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, I can feel the construct is about to crumble, but it is still up.
So he takes this sword and immediately swings it upward into the roof of this box. And I'm going to say, because I like the flavor, you see cracks within the psionics just start to splinter all around this as if he just shattered a piece of glass, but it is still forming. And I'm going to need you all to enter combat with me and roll for initiative.
And I need you to personally fight me.
Fight
Gonna
Fight
in
me.
Enter
the
combat
DM
with me.
dome.
And you can't defeat me. You'll never defeat my boss.
I can't help but notice that Leggett is not in one of these boxes right now.
At present
That's
moment,
right.
that's true. That
I'm
can change.
kind of entrusting you to
Yeah,
do that,
I mean,
as
I
that
did-
was part of the plan.
it was.
But-
I didn't want to root him down
Yes,
to a spot.
until in case we had to do shit.
Book it. Yeah,
Yep. No, I get that. How well did you roll?
as good as I could.
Amazing. I love that for us.
Okay, can I get 6 and higher?
8.
8.
Oh, 8.
Who has the higher dex?
I do, I guess.
Probably my number's 11.
I know I have a +1.
So yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely you.
Nona, Micah. All right, Claire and Tony both got a 6. 5 and below,
I'm 5.
you're 5. Okay, so Alex.
I'm this many.
And then Super Soldier.
Yeah.
He has a name.
Yeah, his name is Calvin.
Super Soldier
Calvin.
Calvin.
Yeah.
The legendary super soldier.
Calvin.
The hero of time.
And then Leggett goes.
And Knuckles.
Okay, we are in combat.
Cool.
Could I get a quick time check?
Yes, it's an hour 30.
All right, let's go. This might be a long one. Let's see how it goes.
Come
Or you might
kills
just
you.
immediately kill this man, or maybe this man will immediately kill you.
us. That would be bad.
We enter at the start of combat. He is, you don't see any recognition of language or of understanding what you guys are here to do or where he is. He just seems to have this unbridled rage within him. Like if this man, if you could see what he's seeing, he is literally seeing red.
Hmm.
And he
It's going to make it
is-
hard to aim your giant ass sword.
Well,
Red's not here.
he's
Yours is
seen
better.
red somehow, just hanging off in his retirement on Fist
I'm
Bump.
here to
Red
die.
Sorry.
And he is bashing the confines of this cube that he is within. I'm not going to put us out onto a little thing. Just tell me if you're going to be within the bubble, the 15 yards. And I assume he is as well at the moment. Is that correct?
I thought our whole intention of doing this via telekinesis was to back up some, but
Right.
maybe
but was
right
your
on the
intention
edge.
to back up some, pop him open, and then just have the nanites eat him?
maybe.
Cool.
Well,
There's
I
a
don't.
backup plan.
Well, I guess wait, Jeff. The nanites wouldn't eat him though, because we know that the nanite zombies had been doing this cycling of popping the bubble and putting him back in, and popping the bubble and putting him back in. So he's been out in the nanites before without the beacon around him. Is that not true?
That's not exactly what he said. He said there was a process where they were
was doing
keeping him
it.
up, and then at some point it stopped.
Yeah.
So that might have been when the nanite plague happened.
Oh, okay. Sorry, misunderstood.
That is what I was saying. Sorry,
Perfect.
yes.
My bad.
For right now, he is inside of the thing because we were
Yeah.
assuming that
Yes.
he might be.
Be human, and we were trying to.
Let me
Yeah.
know if you back away from him.
Cool.
I kiss him.
Oh, that's what you need to do. You win. He's like, oh, thank you. You saved me.
You're right.
Here's my sword.
Oh.
And then we leave, and then he's eaten by nanites.
But Nona, it is now your go.
All right, I'm going to, if at all possible, move directly in front of Dr. Leggett. And then I'm going to, I think we can wait for a thing, right?
Yes, you can
Like hold
your
an action. I'm
Yep.
going to have my mag rifle, whichever my big gun is.
As soon
I'm going to
as
have my
that
big gun as soon
wall
as the thing
breaks.
pops, all of that stuff.
Gotcha. Well, Micah, it's now your go. You can just drop it, right?
Yeah, I can choose to drop it. For right now, I'm gonna call it like, hey, Calvin, hey, chill out, Calvin, dude, Calvin. And like, I'm just gonna try that and see if it gets through to him at all. No response, I'm assuming, or recognition of any kind.
Absolutely no recognition of any kind.
Wicked. And I'm gonna use Slip Field on him.
Can you also put Leggett in the box?
I can also do that because
Okay.
that's an on-turn action.
Oh, all
Very
right.
much like that.
So I am burning through my effort, but that's what it's there for.
Amazing.
Okay, so yeah, I was at 3. I'm not going to be down to 1. Nice. So I will put Leggett in another semi-transparent box of safety, and I'm going to use Slip Field inside of Calvin's box to try and keep him from moving about. So that's an evasion saving throw.
To put him, sorry, I faded out a
Slip
little
field
bit.
on the bad guy,
Oh,
Leggett in a
yes,
box.
I already rolled that. He passed the slip field.
Cool.
Leggett is now in a box.
All
Excellent.
right.
There
And
is a
that's-
slip
yep.
field around him. If he leaves and goes back in, he'll have to make that roll again.
I
Or
don't
is
think
he
so. I
just-
think it lasts for the day.
Okay.
He's immune to it for the scene, yeah.
All right. Sounds good.
And yeah, I will keep my gun trained on him, but that is my action.
Claire and Tony will also. Oh, actually, Claire can do a thing. Claire's going to use her ability that allows her to just
Yeah.
scream in his head.
The mind shattering thing.
Mind shatter. I have to
That's
pull
right.
it real quick.
Brain scream.
Mind crush.
If Claire shouts out power names, we think it's adorable.
It's cool when she does it.
That's right.
Tony does it. It's super lame.
It's called Telepathic Assault. Oh, dear Lord. 66 damage.
There we go.
Just
Get him.
free.
Hey, girl.
Oh, he does get a mental saving
The-
throw.
okay.
Take his brain.
Pull it out his nostrils.
Kiss it.
Kiss his brain.
Come on, Claire. Be good at things.
It's pretty good. It's a total of 22 damage, but he does get to save for half.
I'm sure his mental is great.
General things just have one saving throw. He does save, so he takes 11 damage.
Damn.
Cool.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
And you can see that as she does this, there is
I summoned the
clearly
fishes
some
of the deep.
kind of acknowledgement, and he throws his hand that is not on his giant sword to his forehead and kind of just rubs it pretty erratically. It's Tony's turn. He's going to hold his action. He's going to shoot him with his sniper rifle.
I'm guessing Tony is not sensing any psychic shit.
No psychic shit. He's just
Cool.
really fucking strong.
Okay.
Just a himbo.
Alex, it's now your go as well. The wall is still up.
Okay. Well, no one can say we didn't try. And I'm gonna back up. And can I maneuver myself so that he's outside of the range of the beacon, but everybody else is still in it?
Absolutely.
Okay. So I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so he will get concealment now, just a little bit, 15% for every increment outside. So
But
that's
you
the first.
also get eaten.
Maybe.
He does on his turn. So you step aside and you see that almost as quickly as you move back, the wall comes in on him as it starts to touch his back and engulfs him entirely. And he takes an amount of damage that is equal to the following roll. 9 damage on his turn.
Oh, nobody's stepping that.
That'll be at the start of his turn, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Which is right now.
Well, I'm not done yet.
Yeah,
I
he just
Okay.
moved.
Oh, sorry. Well, that'll be
Very
his turn for
effective
now.
movement,
Sorry.
but
I'm also gonna throw a heal at Micah and do my tissue integrity field to heal everybody within 10 meters of Micah as well
Nice.
Oh my
for
God.
an extra effort.
I'm going to say that's going to heal Leggett and Tony as well.
That'd be great. And Claire hasn't been hit yet, I believe.
Claire has not been hit yet.
Yeah.
That'll be that many.
And I'm also both at full health and not able to be affected by this.
Okay, and that heals
I paw on the glass.
What's it like?
11 points.
Oh,
Holy.
thank you
moly.
very much.
All right. Wow. Where have you been keeping that?
I've had it for a while. It's just people don't take a lot of damage, and I don't have a lot of effort.
All right. So you want to use it
I save
sparingly.
it.
He's
Yeah.
like, he doesn't. It's hard.
So Alex takes a step back as this wall of nanite starts to engulf your opponent, and then he additionally, what does the healing kind of look like?
Yeah, I think so. I'll do it from a touch range because I could do it from range, but that requires an extra effort. So I'll go and I will lay a hand on Micah, there's like sparks that start from Alex's eyes and work their way down his hand. And as that happens, almost like little kind of like flower petals, like kind of sparks kind of break off of the original target and start filling up the air around and kind of settle in on everybody and begin to knit up little bruises and cuts, turning them back to just healthy skin again and settling that in.
All right. And so everyone within range of Micah, which I'm just going to say is everyone, gets 11 HP back except you, Nona. I'm
That's
sorry.
fine. I'm good.
I think there's a thing that you can eventually take to have your healing maybe work on robots, but I can't remember.
I think so, yeah.
I healed in the library.
You did.
We're good.
And it's going to be his turn now. And so he takes one look at the wall around him and goes for one final smash. But before he does, you notice that the claymore that he's holding in his hand, Terminus S, starts to glow this pale blue light. And when that does, you notice that there's almost like some kind of after image standing in front of you, Nona, and you, Micah. And as he rears up with his sword and smashes into the wall around him, these after images in front of both of you swing at you as well. You will all three be caught in this attack.
Oh, hell.
You, me, and a wall, buddy.
That's a 25 to hit. Does that hit?
Will hit.
Yes, that hits everything and everyone.
All right, that is a total of 13 damage.
Okay.
Okay.
And I believe that shatters the wall.
For sure it does, yeah.
And so what he did was he used his sword's ability at the start of the round, instant action to choose a target the creature has visual on. For the remainder of the round, the target acts as if the creature is in melee range of it. Penalty to range as well as opportunity attacks. Creatures not able to be targeted by attacks unless they are in normal range, so you can't attack the after images.
Question, would he get any obscuring disadvantage from the nanites for hitting Nona and me?
He is acting as if he's in melee range of you guys.
Got it.
All right. But the wall goes down. That means Nona and Tony, your actions go for just lighting this guy up. However, Nona, if you were to be trying to fight him with a rifle,
Yeah, sniper rifle.
you would not be able to do so.
Because there's something in melee range of me.
There's something in melee range.
Okay,
of you.
so I can't hit. So I can hit with mag pistol. All right, great. We'll do that.
Okay.
I will switch those out using Gunslinger.
Yeah, so you see that this thing is in front of you, realizes that you can't use this long barrel, and quickly switch out. Make your attack.
Okay.
And Tony will do so as well.
And then roll for concealment as well. What are we at?
15, so just get above 15.
Okay.
Tony had critical success. 20 for
Nice.
Tony.
Good job, Tony.
I
He goes,
get
oh,
a
God.
21 to hit him, assuming concealment. Concealment is fine.
Oh, yeah. Tony
That is
also
a
needs to
30.
roll for concealment. Concealment for Tony is 68. He's good. You said 20 to hit?
21.
21 to hit. 21 hits.
Nice.
Thank you. Oh, okay. Good job, little pistol. I'm
Oh, it's
believing you.
cocked. There we go. Yep. It's 12 from Tony.
17.
Whoo, buddy.
Yeah, I rolled double 6 on the dice.
Got him.
Hell yeah.
And so as soon as this wall falls from his strike, Nona, you and Tony fire upon him and hit him directly in his chest. You see that he's immediately not looking good. The skin on him is starting to be flayed off by the nanites around him, and he's taken 2 direct shots, and he's just wearing pants. Not even shoes. He can't even take his shoes.
No, we're
Just
planning
wearing
on taking his
pants.
brain.
And it's Legate's go, and he'll be just like, oh, inside his
Yeah.
little cube. Like,
There's like
you
a coffin.
stay there. You stay alive. That's your only
and it's
job.
kind of like a little muffled because he's in. It's like, oh. We'll see if that gets picked up on the mic.
Let's get it again clean.
Let's again.
Oh.
Beautiful. Got it. Excellent.
Oh dear Lord.
And we're at the top of the order again. Nona, it is now your turn. Keep in mind that you're effectively in melee range of someone.
Yeah.
Also, you should have had a -2 to hit.
Well, in that case, it's a 19.
That still hits.
Cool.
But I just
Yeah.
keep in mind you're in melee
Fair
range.
enough. I will
so
subtract it for that point. I
think
didn't
it's it's maybe
How
-4.
ghost work.
If it's
No, I'm
-4
pretty sure it's -2.
Either way, it still hits.
Okay. Oh, we're gaining meta information. Yeah, I don't think I move. I stay here.
Okay, you're not even going to do a full disengage.
I mean, if I disengage, I'm trying to protect Leggett. If I disengage, I can move.
That's fair. That's fair. He is in a box.
He's in a box. He can't move. The box does have a decent amount of HP, though.
It's up to you. You can hold your action for something else. You
Yeah.
can take a fire. You can disengage.
I think I'm going to shoot at the guy.
Okay.
I believe that will hit him. That is a 23 -1, 21.
Okay. So
Rolling
that was better than
concealment.
the other one.
Concealment is fine. It is at 59.
Okay. Roll for damage.
I like these dice. These are good dice.
You're rolling pretty well over there right now.
I am, yes. I had extra time today, so I rolled my dice more times than normal, and
Oh,
I sorted them
nice.
real good. Okay, that is 16 damage.
Dear Lord. Okay.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, you almost took off half my health in one hit.
I'm well aware.
Yep, I am very afraid right now.
You're supposed to be very dangerous.
I am very afraid right now.
The action economy is in shambles.
Shambles.
Yeah, he's just a super soldier. He's got a really cool sword, though.
Yeah, it sure does.
All right. That was Nona's go. And Nona basically just saw this thing appear in front of her, and after image, slice her pretty good. She switched between the sniper rifle that she had out and pistol and hit 2 direct hits for quite a decent amount of damage. Micah, it's now your go.
Okay, so I'm also in melee with one of these things. They feel like corporeal, obviously just slashed at me.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, my gun is only a rifle, so I can't try and take a shot at the guy with this thing in the way.
Can't you do a telekinetic armory with a different weapon?
No, looked
I
that
can
up
do
before.
different melee weapons. The gun is always a rifle.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
But I also think we did just learn that we can't hit the ghosts, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
Kirsten has an idea.
I have an idea, but it's fine. It's built.
Go for it.
Well, I believe when Jeff read off the power, he said targets that they can see. And I believe you do technically have one more effort.
I do. I was saving it for an impact sum.
Oh,
Pocket
that's
I
fair.
could put him back in the box, but he could.
No, I literally
evade
just
to-
mean a wall like in front of him.
That's true. And as far as we were able to tell from seeing the ability used one time, he like needs to maintain line of sight for the stuff to work. Jeff.
I'm going to say as far as you can tell.
But yeah, you know your character build better. Whichever one will be more interesting for you. Go for it.
No, all right. These things seem scary and very dangerous, and it looks like we've got a good chance of taking them down pretty quickly. So I think I will do that. I'm going to use my last effort, and I'm going to put up one more force construct, an opaque one, in between him and us that will like allow us to take cover, peek around, shoot, and then duck back behind it.
I see. So you're going to be putting this up in front of you guys.
Yes, to block line of sight, because as far as we could tell from seeing it used, he needs to maintain visual
I
contact.
don't think you
That
can
wouldn't be
get
able to
it
cover
blocking line
everyone.
of sight between everybody. Last time we've ruled 2 people. So you can block
Block him off from us, but then he's going to turn over and look at Claire and Alex.
I suppose that's true.
Yeah, you know what? Do your impact
But-
something.
But also, I mean, they can run behind the wall. I guess not really. Kind of. Sight lines are interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when we don't have them out in front of us.
That's right.
Yeah, it's not all drawn out. Okay, I thought that's what you were getting at as the idea.
I was going to give us 2 more turns to do something without, like, put it right up in front of him.
Oh, I can try and wall him in again. Just then, if he passes the
Give
save,
him a go.
then it's kind of totally spent.
No, that's fair. Do your other
If you
thing.
put it in
Yeah.
front of him, unless you try and put it completely around him, he can just walk around it, right?
Correct. Yeah.
All right.
I'm just gonna, that being the case, I guess, disengage from the one that's right in front of me, or I think it's called like fighting withdrawal in this game. You know, same thing.
Disengage.
And you know, if he's hitting me over here, if he's hitting me over there, it's the same deal. So I guess I'll just run up next to him then.
He is currently outside of the.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw this ability and I was like, this is a pain in the ass
This
for
is
you
a pain
guys.
in
Love
the
it.
ass for me. What the fuck am I supposed to do? I guess I'll.
You could take a step back and try and fire with your rifle, but he would get an opportunity attack.
Yeah, no, that's true.
He is not looking good right now.
Yeah. Okay.
You can do the thing that I did, just stand there and shoot him again.
Well,
Oh, no, right. Rifle,
I
rifle,
physic-
rifle. We're back
I
to the top of the
genuinely
thing.
can't.
Right,
All
right.
right, that's
You're
true.
right.
That's true. Attacks of opportunity or whatever they're called. I forgot. Sometimes you can just let that happen. Okay. Yes, I think that is what I'm going to do. And may God have mercy on my soul. 'cause-
May God have mercy on all of us.
let's
All
see
right.
how it goes. So he's going to take this after image, this apparition in front of you as you try and take a step back to get a better shot on him. Takes a swipe at you. He rolled a natural 1.
Got him.
Does
Yay.
not hit.
Incredible.
This episode brought to you by Jeff's Dice. Jeff's Dice.
Fucking-
Roll bad for the bad guys. Roll good for Claire.
You know, roll really well for Leggett that one time.
That was really cool. I liked that.
Like, I think this is what's called beginner's luck. All right, so you have moved back. You can take a shot now.
Yep. I'm going to shoot at Calvin.
Hmm.
That is an 27 to hit. And I will roll for concealment.
27 does hit.
Needs to be above a 15.
Yes.
75. So that works.
Nice.
Roll for damage. And here's what I'm going to say. He's
I love
got
you.
10 more health.
Oh my God.
Okay. I'm rolling a d10 plus 3. I got a 4. So that's 7 damage.
Nice.
All right. That's all right.
He's got 3 more health.
Okay.
It's Claire's and Tony's turn. Claire's going to go first, and she can't use the ability again against him.
That's right. And I've got really bad news about Tony if he used his sniper rifle.
Why?
Because
he
he's only got
sucks.
1 bullet in it, so he's going to be spending his time reloading.
Hold on. Is that true?
Yeah.
I know I promised
Sure
I
as
wouldn't
fuck is.
actually things here, friends, but it feels appropriate for flavor. Tony's going to
Tony's reloading.
Tony is reloading. That is
Claire's
right.
firing again with her mag pistol.
Tony, use your knife.
Oh no, Claire.
Yeah.
She rolled an 11. That's not good enough. Alex, it's up to you.
First shot Claire's ever
I'm
missed.
gonna get him. Watch this. How do I attack? D20?
D20.
Right. Oh,
-2 with my backpack.
that's
Yeah.
right.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. +1. Here we go.
Oh, dear Lord.
It's a 19 to hit.
You get him.
Okay, here, roll concealment.
Roll, yeah. 15.
So please.
14.
All right.
All right.
Let's do it again.
He
Is outside of
is
the...
outside.
Oh,
Does he just die to death?
please just die to death.
This is 2d10.
So he could live.
So he could live with 1 HP. Let's find out.
2d10.
It's very unlikely. Yeah, it's 10 damage. He's dead.
Nice. Get him.
Oh,
Good job, little
And
robots.
he just kind of disintegrates in front of you, leaving just a pair of pants and a large sword that just clatters to the ground in front of you. You have defeated the super soldier,
Amazing.
Calvin Nexa,
Amazing.
and you will get the full stats of that sword next time.
Yay.
oh, that was a scary man.
That's right.
Join us next time.
I was going to attack Claire and Alex next.
Yeah.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, I
I was
was.
never going to make it that far.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, just check. Claire does actually just have her shield on her, right? She is using this thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, she has an AC of 17.
I know I promised I wasn't gonna actually this stuff, but it turns out when I
That's
re-listened
very
to
important.
things,
The sniper
I
is
picked
very
up a
important.
lot of stuff.
He could have gone in with his monoblade Wakazashi.
Honestly, I was thinking I could have given him my cool sniper rifle ahead of the fight, but I forgot to do that.
God fucking damn it as he tries to reload.
It's my moment.
Oh, dear Lord, dear Lord.